to Diaries of Smiles. Hello everybody! It is a beautiful day, the sun is shining, the birds are singing somewhere. I live in the city, so it always sounds like construction. Most importantly, I'm currently halfway through this beauty. But we're not here to talk about this today. Anyway, so how are you guys? I hope you're doing well. If you're in school right now, I hope you're surviving finals. If you're working right now, I hope you're surviving retail, if you're working retail. And if you have children, I hope you're surviving your children. I graduate in officially 20 days. Calendar back there that I'm like keeping track of. I graduate in 20 days and I wanted to make a video of the books that I need to read before I graduate. Will I be able to finish? Hold on, my brother. Want to say hi?
There's a key.
Everyone wants to know what you look like.
There's a key now.
Do, 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 do. That's my brother.
Don't show my awesome station.
Okay. Bye, Zen. See you later. Back to books. Apologies for the temporary interruption. But anyways, these are books that I absolutely need to read before I graduate. Like I said, I'm in finals and I have 20 days until I graduate, so I probably won't finish them. But as long as I read them before I go to college, I feel like I'm good. I have 4 books here and I have 2 books I'm giving an honorable mention to because I already read them and I love them. First book I have here I received as a paid promotion from Disney Hyperion, and thank you so much to them. I worked with them last month. They're awesome. They had just come up with amazing books. Kill All Happies by Rachel Cohn. Now, ooh, can you see that? I have very few solid yellow books and they're just absolutely gorgeous. This book sounds awesome. Okay, first of all, I love books that take place entirely in one day. The sun is also a star by Nicole Yoon. So this book takes place in one night. Our main character in this book, she is graduating high school and she's throwing this graduation party and it's supposed to be really small, but as the night goes on, it just gets bigger and bigger and out of hand. And so this whole book takes place in one night and I was flipping through it, which I don't normally ever do because I don't want to be spoiled. And it's so cool because each chapter starts with like an hour, so it'll be like 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m. It's that one book that has kind of like the same format as this one. I can't remember, but anyways, I'm so excited to read this one. I was looking at the format, like I said, the format of it too is like, it's kind of has like text messages in it, and it just sounds like a really fun book, and it's like the last night before everyone goes off into wherever they're going into their lives, and I just think this is a really fun book, and I definitely want to read it before I graduate. Next book I have here is another book that I received. I received this one from Thomas Nelson, and when I read the synopsis of this book, I'm like, oh my god, I have been looking for a book like this ever since I read Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert, and it is 22 by Alison Throwbridge. Now this book sounds like something I feel like every girl, every woman should read before just any time in their life. This book is written by a girl and I believe she's like 22 or 23, so she's pretty young, but this book is a collection of 22 essays to her younger college self, I think. I'm not sure, but she doesn't write it like to herself, she writes it and she kind of changes the name to Ash, so she's kind of like writing to Ash. If you see on the cover it says letters to a young woman searching for meaning, and it just sounds so beautiful, and it's a collection of her life lessons, things that she learned through her experiences, and it just sounds like such a beautiful book, and the cover is absolutely gorgeous. Next book is a book that I've talked about before. As you guys know, I loved The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, and now this book here, it just, out of all the collection of Paulo Coelho books that I need to read, this one here is like at the top of my list. Valkyries by Paulo Coelho. And now this book, okay, so The Alchemist followed, it was fictional, it followed a character that, you know, he had created, but this book here follows him and his wife, and they journey into the Mojave Desert and come across these women, these strange warrior women called the Valkyries. I'm not sure if this is real or fiction, or maybe like a combination of both. He goes into the desert, he goes on this journey, he finds these women, he learns, all of his books are like a journey, and I just love that. And it says, a masterful blend of exotic locals, dramatic adventure, and storytelling. That sounds right up my alley. The book sounds so good, and I know a lot of you guys said in my previous haul that this was your favorite Paulo Coelho book, so I'm looking forward to reading it even more now. The last book that's actually another collection, this one's a collection of poetry, and I've only read like probably 1/4, 1/3 of all the poems in this book, and what I did read of it was just wonderful. Maya Angelou, the complete poetry collection. If you can see here, I have a few little annotated tabs on the side, so I have read a few of them. I kind of just like flip through. I didn't even start reading the book in order. I was just reading random poems, but it was so good, and I love Maya Angelou, and she's such like an inspiration. If I spent 3 hours, I probably could finish this book in about 3 hours. Ugh, I've been in the mood for poetry, you know what I mean? Now time for the honorable mentions. Okay, so these books I have read. I'm gonna start with one that I just finished, the Netflix series, and it was so good and such, not like exactly like the book, but it got the tone, it got the attitude, it got just the whole feeling that the book gives you, and just like the personality of this woman named Sophia. Can you guess what book I'm about to talk about? Carole Boss by Sophia Amoruso. This book was so good. I finished it in like a day. It's so short. If you guys don't know, Sophia Amoruso, she owns nastygal.com. It's like a Forever 21 style like online store. She was originally a vintage eBay seller, and then she turned her shop into a multi-million-dollar business. And so she went from living on the streets, being homeless, kind of being like this punk, reckless woman, to being now the CEO of one of the top companies here in the US. It's crazy, and so this is her story about how she did it, and unlike most like success stories, this one is just so honest and real and hilarious. And the Netflix series, okay, read this book before you watch the Netflix series. I know some of you already watched it. Okay, the book was so good. It's such a quick read, you guys. I feel like there's no excuse not to read it before you watch the Netflix series, because it will just like enhance the Netflix series. Her perspective is from someone who, you know, was kind of always that bad person that like your mom doesn't want you hanging out with. It's just really funny, and I just love her personality and her attitude towards life. I think it's something that she's just so confident. The last book that I just mentioned earlier that again, I have to give an honorable mention to, because Elizabeth Gilbert is amazing. It is Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. If you could just see about just how much I annotated this book, okay, like it is like worth the read. If you have to pick one book out of all of these to read, I would say this book. And I'm not just saying that because I haven't read the other ones. If you're looking for a book that just teaches you how to live creatively without fear, this book is awesome. For all the books that I really want to read before I graduate, let me know if there's any books on your list, if you're graduating this year, or if you books that you just really want to read before summertime, during summertime. Let me know down below. Until next time, keep reading, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!